Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kitsune Readings, where your questions find answers.
Hello, my friends. It's 1993, and we're gonna play a really bad mascot game. It's called Bubsy the Bobcat. Claws encountered of the fourth kind. Oh, sorry. Claws encountered of the third kind. Alright, so let's look at this. Licensed by Nintendo. Now, this game was said to be notoriously bad with bad controls and stuff like that. But, right, made by Accolade. Now, this particular game also had a version on the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive in Europe, the Game Boy, the Atari Jaguar. It was remade by Retro Company for the Switch, PS4, etc. There was also a television pilot cartoon made for it, but that never came out. I never thought the game was that bad, to be honest. Like, it is bad, don't get me wrong, but as a kid, I liked it. It's bright and colorful, which I like. It attempted to capitalize on the popularity of mascot games, such as Sonic the Hedgehog and Mario. There was also Arrow the Acrobat, and Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, the 7-Up Cool Spot, the Yo-Noid games. Mascot games came out. The only two that stood the test of time and are wildly popular, of course, are Mario and Sonic. All the others failed, only those two succeeded. Spyro the Dragon was another one that was meant to be a type of mascot. So was Crash Bandicoot. Whoa, look at that banana peel sliding. Whoa. Oh, wrecked. Now, the problem with this game is you don't have a stamina bar or energy. There's one-hit deaths, as you just saw. You can go down into the sewer. The one-hit deaths are a huge pain. Like, I can't express how bad that is. It makes the game annoyingly hard to play. Oh, dead. You do have quite a few lives. You can get extra lives. I think the art and the graphic design of this game is good. It says the game has bad controls, but I haven't found the controls to be too awful. Much like some of the levels in Sonic the Hedgehog, you can run really fast, right? But if you go too fast, you're gonna die. You can use the L and R buttons to look ahead. Like most platforming games, you don't want to go fast. You just want to approach with caution so that you can get through the level without hurting yourself. Now, these cave levels right here, right, you can go in and out of them to get to a different spot. Whoa. The boot kicks us back over that way. Now, this game isn't particularly bad, per se. I've played a lot of really terrible video games. The worst part of this, from my experience, is just the one-hit deaths. If you had some kind of stamina bar, or you lost some stuff and could recollect it, like when Sonic loses his rings, the game would be far more tolerable. Whoops. Around. Cheese Wheels of Doom, of course. Why would it be called anything else? My whole point is this game really, really bad? Yeah, probably. Like, the one-hit death is just awful. That really kills the game, like, a lot. I don't have enough words to express how bad that is. And the wind is blowing and pushing me all the time when I'm jumping. Mostly because the aliens that you see there create it. But that can be really irritating, right? Which creates the illusion of a bad control system, when the controls themselves really aren't that bad. The animations are cute, the colors are bright. The graphics are really good for being on the Super Nintendo era of games. Oh no, it's the Forbidden Plummet. I think that this game had potential to be really good. I think it's unique. Sharing with you guys a failed video game. That was never as popular as it could have been. This is one of those, like, games where the concept and the design are in reality fairly good. However, it's poorly executed. That's one of those one-hit deaths. What were they thinking? Oh, that we just died again. You know, Sonic doesn't die regardless of the height he falls from. Maybe that's a bit unrealistic, but you know what it does do? It makes the game a lot more playable, and we don't have bullshit like that. This is not a game I would recommend playing, because the one-hit deaths are enough to make you throw the game, like that, out the window. You'll break a controller. In fact, never play this. I'm just showing it to you because I like to collect video games that are weird or in some way unusual. And this is definitely one of those. I can see what they were going for with this one. They just didn't do it correctly. There's a lot of things they should have put in this that they didn't. Like some kind of life or stamina bar. Not having one-hit deaths. That would have been fantastic. You know, one-hit deaths, limited lives and continues, these are things that absolutely destroy a video game. And it makes the game so bad that most people are just turned off to ever even picking it up. This, for most people, was probably a weekend rental at best. But I think the game looks great. And I do think that it was a poorly executed concept. And trust me, you will die a lot trying to play this. Maybe through repetition and memory you could probably get through the game. Maybe cheat with the game, cheaty. I'm not emulating this, by the way. I'm playing this on the original game cartridge. Now, this is interesting too, because some games you just can't play anymore unless you own the hardware that they belong to originally, which can be very expensive to try and do these days. Or you emulate them. And a lot of emulation sites and stuff have been shut down, mostly by Nintendo being so happy, as far as I know. But, whoops. So finding these games and playing them is getting harder and a lot more difficult. But this is Bubsy, Clawed Encounters of the Furred Kind. You're collecting yarn and saving the world's yarn supply from evil aliens who, for some reason, are stealing it. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. I love you guys, and I believe in you. You can and you will achieve your dreams, my friends. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you all again very soon. Have a great day, everyone.